I'm Elisa Verna from RT Book Reviews, and I'm here at the 30th Annual RT Booklovers Convention in Kansas City. And I'm here with urban fantasy author Richard Kadrey, who is known for his Sandman Slim series, which I absolutely love, because Sandman Slim he's kind of disgusting, but in the best way. Like, I mean that in the most sincere,
he's
wonderful.
Kind of awful in his own way.
He really is, but
he gets a little rehabilitated over the books.
Things happen. I don't want to spoil it for anyone who hasn't read the books, but things happen, and he has some internal struggles, as any good urban fantasy protagonist does.
Urban fantasy murderer protagonist.
Super violent, half angel, half human urban fantasy protagonist.
Exactly.
So you're about to release book 5 in the series.
Yes. Kill City Blues.
Yes, and it comes out in July, right?
End of July.
So could you tell us a little bit about, without giving away too many spoilers, what readers can expect?
I really wanted to do something different in this book, so I wanted to take Stark out of his comfort area, which is Hollywood. So I dragged him out to Santa Monica, and most of the book takes place in a shopping mall, but a really evil shopping mall.
What's an evil shopping mall?
Well, the Kill City Blues, the Kill City of the title is the shopping mall, because it's an abandoned mall. It's the largest mall in America, except it didn't actually finish getting built, because when they built it halfway, the whole thing fell down and killed everybody. So the shopping mall went from being this nice, pretty thing to being called Kill City, because it wiped everyone out. So there is something inside the mall that Stark has to go and find.
Okay.
And once he goes in, of course, the place is completely inhabited by all the worst people in LA. Like, all the people, you think they're awful people in LA, or the people who were more awful or awful and losers are living inside Kill City.
So you can be awful and not be a loser?
Oh, yeah. God, most of the world are awful and not losers. I mean, look, every CEO in the world is awful. That's true. But not a loser.
That's true. All right. So you live in San Francisco,
yes,
right? But your books take place primarily in LA.
I lived in LA for years.
Okay. So do you not like LA?
No, I love LA. That's why I love to write about it. I would never write about a place I didn't like. I love going to LA. I live in San Francisco because I followed a girlfriend up there. Okay. And then I got work, so I ended up staying. But I love LA. It's so fun to write about. There's so much history and venality and craziness. I mean, everything I write about LA, I mean, but in the best way.
So even though
it's a love-hate thing, but I have a love-hate thing with San Francisco too. Sure. If I was writing about it, I would tell you, it's the smuggest city in America. It's really pretty, it's really nice, but you just want to slap the damn thing sometimes.
No, New York's the same way.
New York too. I'm from New York, so I know that. Yeah, I'm from Brooklyn.
Oh, where?
Park Slope.
Oh, really?
Which is not like Park Slope now.
Well, no. It's right near our office, actually.
Oh, okay. When I grew up, Park Slope was a mob neighborhood. So it was the best childhood. We could go out 24 hours a day, and we could go to the park. We could trick or treat anywhere, and no one.
Really?
The parents didn't have to go with you, because it was a mob neighborhood. So you were completely safe.
Yeah, I guess.
Nothing bad ever happened in my neighborhood, because there were mob families living there, and you did not do anything bad in a mob family neighborhood.
Oh, wow. So why did you move to LA? That always interests me when people...
TV, movies, all that stuff.
Right. So even though Sandman Slim or Stark hates LA, you...
Stark likes LA. I mean, Stark could leave LA.
He does keep... He came back. He left and came back, so...
I mean, he even says it at the end of the first book when he's listing off all these other cities and how awful they are. I mean, he actually says, I love LA at the end of that book, and he means it.
Right.
I mean, he doesn't like certain people. He has a real chip on his shoulder. He's a very deep awareness of class. So if he hates anything in LA, it's class things, class divisions. So he does hate Beverly Hills. He does hate Brentwood.
Yes.
But in general, he wouldn't stay in LA if he didn't love it.
Well, that's good to know. He just the things that he says about it, and the things that he says in general in the book are just I mean, they're hilarious.
If you took it literally, he hates everything.
Sure. But it's very, I mean, your books are hilarious.
Thank you.
He is hilarious. In fact, what is your favorite Sandman Slim one-liner?
I think it's probably the simplest one, which is money is the magic anyone can do, which is maybe the truest thing he ever said. And I like that just because it is the real, it's Stark's world, but it's the real world too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can make things happen that way. And even, someone like Kasabian, who is
I love Kasabian.
has his own situation. He can do magic because he has access to this big pile of money.
Well, I feel like Stark kind of, his magic, he's a little bit conflicted when it comes to his magic and his abilities, because he can pretty much go anywhere he wants, and he can do anything he wants through this magic key that he has. But he steals cars, and he does things that are very, very human.
Well, he's a very chaotic guy. I mean, and that's what his magic is, right? That's his whole thing of like most of his magic is improvised, and that's very conscious. Stark doesn't want to be tied down to anything. So if he used regular magic, that would be tying himself to a system of magic. Yeah. We talked about systems of magic here today at the convention. It's like, the Sub Rosa have a system of magic, which I don't tell you to book for because Stark doesn't want to deal with it.
Right.
So he likes improvising. He doesn't want to be, to own anything would be too much for him. So he has to steal cars. And he, of course, enjoys it.
Well, sure. I used to drive a bunch of cool cars.
Right. And I used to steal cars. So that's a little bit of throwing that in there.
What's the coolest car you ever stole?
Old ones. I really like this blue 71 Impala.
Yeah.
I had for a while. Very briefly, but it was great driving that thing around Houston.
That's awesome. So this Sandman Slim series is becoming a film.
It's in development.
It's been optioned.
The Dino De Laurentiis company have it, and that's the company that
really
did
cool.
Blue Velvet, Silence of the Lambs, Serpico, movies like that.
Wow. And you mentioned so many films in your books, and I'm
a real movie groupie.
So do you have any dreams for this, or do you have? I know that who would be Sandman Slim?
No,
you won't answer
I will
it?
never. I don't describe him in the book.
You don't.
And I won't say what actor should be him, because if I say what I think,
that's how
if I say what actor should play him, that's how people will perceive Stark. And I want everyone to make up their own Stark.
Yeah.
That's why there's almost no description of him.
So no Tom Cruise playing
That's
Stark.
the one guy I will say should not be Stark.
Well, he was Jack Reacher. He could be Stark.
Oh, a very convincing Jack Reacher too. Very convincing.
I don't know about that.
Very.
So I have to ask, this is your first RT convention, and it is a very, very female-centric convention, and you're one of the few male authors here. What do you think about it so far?
I've had a great time. Everyone's very nice. I was just talking to somebody in the bar about it, and it's a real readers' convention. That's one of the things I like about it. I mean, it's very loud, it's very happy and boisterous, but unlike other conventions that are very loud, people aren't here because they're thrilled about Iron Man. They're here because they've read the books. They've read the books. They like the books. They're here for the authors and to, of course, meet their friends and stuff like that.
Sure.
But it's nice being a place where, it's book fans for a change, and that's really nice.
Are there any authors here you're excited to meet?
It's always nice to see John.
Wow.
And, honestly, I don't know a lot of what's going on. I sort of know my programming.
Yeah.
I sort of flew out here, and I've been sort of trying to catch up.
Yeah.
So I really don't
go to Kansas City, and you're
okay.
And
so I don't even know really who's here yet. So every now and then I get a text from somebody. It's like, Cami Garcia. It's like, you're here?
A lot.
I had no idea.
All the genres, a lot of people are here, so I'm sure you will have a great time.
Yeah, I'm going to look up some people later on.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for chatting with me.
My
this
pleasure.
was wonderful, and enjoy the rest of convention.
Thank you.